Cek. Halo Masku. Halo Masku. Lalu kita resume lagi, lanjut ya. Seperti biasa ya. Ntar Maskunya diedit sedikit ya. Jadi gacha terus. Mari kita gacha terus. Oke, mana ini ya? Lupa deh ini. Malam Natal. Halo Chris Reno, halo. Thank you udah mampir Masku, thank you. Thank you banget Mas, udah mampir, thank you. Dan juga selamat Natal Masku, selamat Natal ya bagi yang merayakan selamat Natal. Bagi yang merayakan selamat Natal. Aduh, semoga di Natal ini menjadi hari yang menyenangkan lah. Hari ini sama besok kan ya? Hari ini kan Christmas Eve, besok Christmas Day ya. Oke. Selamat Natal. Oke, ngapain ya? Enakan ya. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Apa ya? Kita nge-push bos kali yang asik ya. Oke, untung belum ambil bosnya, jadi kita nge-push bos dulu, baru farming kecil-kecilan dan sambil lanjutin story kali ya sama event. Kalau event ntar agak taruh deh gua mau apa. Wait bang, kerja sibuk nih. OMK niche. Oke, siap. Bung Chris Reno, siap. Thank you udah mampir ya, udah nyempatin diri ya. Thank you banget. Jangan lupa subscribe ya, Bung. Thank you banget, thank you. Thank you banget, thank you. Oke, sebentar. Oh, kalau malam ini pada sibuk gitu, kayaknya sibuk bener ya. Konten lupa kok analytics. Ntar Masku ya, edit sedikit ya. Oke, sebentar ke streaming. Oke, bentar di share ke Facebook dulu kayaknya deh. Di share ke Facebook. Aduh. bilang spam biarin deh. Ya, soalnya gimana kebutuhan. Oke. Tutup. Ini tonton lanjut lagi. Push quest seperti biasa. Aduh, ini. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Strike a pose.
Oh, keren juga ya ada efek-efek kayak gini ya.
Everyone's okay? There is no escape. Illusion shot.
Nah, timing di ini.
The process of elimination.
Shine down. Showing you praise. How brilliant! Ah,
Yuk udah. One hit udah.
time to shine.
The plans changed.
Saya kok damage-nya gede banget. Itu main damage-nya gede banget bisa dah. Gile. Gile. Damage.
Now you shall perish. Touch.
Gua apa damage gede banget hitnya. Wow. Batu refresh. Wah, asem. Set. Main gua tap apa nih? Tap begini damage-nya.
Let lightning echo in song.
Apa gue lihat begini aja. Yes. Hit.
Strike a pose.
Urut. Set, temen darah gua lemot sekarang. Gile. Furina, lewang.
Ah,
Ngambil lompat.
showing you praise.
Ininya. damage. Rasanya ini ada rasanya, gila gomben nanti gua sini banyak. Gomben tewas seperti ini gila. Temen banget. Ini mati hilang. Kecil. 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 Tewas segini begininya. Mungkin aja cukup besar ini. Bikin DPS susah ini. Susah. Lagi. Kita cepetan keluar kau. Kejar ya. Benar. Tandonnya lama. Waduh. Rasanya. Dapat nih. Jangan KO dulu al hitam. Set tadi lawan pedang. Dan serangannya berat banget. Biasanya agak enteng. Berat banget serangannya. Ini yang itunya. Jadi berat banget serangannya. Kacau. Bisa baru ada. Selesai.
Here you are.
Jalan. Wah. Lebih lama dari perkiraan ya. Kacau. Lebih lama dari perkiraan. Oh, dapatnya 3 tapi lumayan. Dapatnya 3 ya, boleh. Dapat 1. Aduh. Ya, dapatnya 3 boleh lah. Boleh. Makan enak. Ya, oke lah, dapat 3 lumayan lah, boleh. Aduh, mana lagi enakan ya? Oh ya, langsung ke itu aja apa? Ke ini 107. Buat naikin Furina kali ya. DPS nya gue naikin deh. Oke, berarti kayaknya gue udah tahu deh apa yang mau gue lakukan untuk di beberapa minggu ke depan, karena gue belum ada karakter. Oke, Furina kan agak pakai sudah lumayan. Kalau nggak salah sih ya, sudah lumayan. Mau fullin. Jing jing jing. Natal semuanya. Gambarnya pohon salju ada nggak ya? Pohon salju apa pohon itu? Oh ini dia. Dinamit dia jeger. Asik kali ya dinamit ya. Santa Claus, where's the Santa Claus? People, di meme people kali ya. Bentar, meme people, where's the Santa Claus? Santa Claus, gak lupa di mana ada gambar Santa Clausnya. Oh bukan, ini mage. Bentar, ada nggak ya? Apa ya? Mana ya? Santa Claus ini ayam. Duh, mana ya emoji Santa Claus ya? Ada gitu. Aja. Sederhana aja nggak sebutannya. Terus makanya lepaskan sekarang. Terus semuanya. Oke. Kadang gue lupa di mana apa namanya meme. Halah. Tim. Goblok.
Shine down.
Here you are.
Illusion shattered. Time to shine.
Tim, bro. Tim. Duh, yang gini banget gue ya, salah naruh ya. Aduh. Ding 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 ding. Pasang granat. Ntar timnya diganti dulu.
Very well. I shall put my official duties to one side for the moment.
Walaupun apa tuh satu Ayato damage-nya udah nggak begitu
Alright,
numbers lagi, tapi
let's head off.
Oke sih. Tapi admin apa artefaknya Genshin agak nggak terlalu bagus ya yang dikeluarin ya. Artefak Genshin ya apa nggak terlalu nggak kayak biasanya. Apa biasanya artefaknya kayak nggak banyak variasi apa, bukan banyak variasi, bukan nggak banyak variasinya banyak, tapi apa namanya kayak statsnya gitu banget sih, biasa banget. Iya pak, mau
Shine down.
sesuai dengan apa
I
itu.
present. Torn to oblivion.
Be still.
Oke sih.
Time to go.
Kasus aja juga gue pakai ya, nggak apa sih. Oke.
Illusion shattered.
Mind the deluge.
Into the wind.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Aduh, nggak punya Wirida benar-benar ngambil nyawa ya. Oke.
Shine down. Let the world collide. The wind.
Cascade.
Oke, sukses. Mantap juga.
Strike a pose.
Nggak ada setengah menit malah. Bener. That's quick. Satu, ya boleh, oke.
Shower you with praise.
Naikin Furina dulu, emang damage harus di up secepatnya.
There is no into the wind. Clouds high.
The birds call. This is getting interesting.
Shine down. Now you shall perish.
Aduh, dia masuk ke area itu. Aduh, nggak, efek knockbacknya nggak terlalu tinggi ya. 4, lumayan. Deadline deposit, oh enggak deh. Realm currency. Oke. Dua tiga, 45 bagi ini, 45 bagi itu 15, 15, 5. 38 ya oke lah. 10-an lah. 11 terus 12 ya, 12 kayaknya sih. Dapat bahannya 12 lumayan. Bisa gue dapetnya ini nggak ya? Gue lupa ingat. Oke, nggak ada berarti guys, gue sudah ngambil kayaknya. Sudah ngambil berarti. Makhluk laut. Nah, oke. Purina the fountain. Jangan rasa multiflora, gue tahan dulu deh. Keambil lagi kan goblok, bentar. Rosa multiflora. Oke, mau kemana nih gue? Oh iya, tempat makan nggak terlalu perlu. Tapi ada tata yang bisa dilihat dari jarak segini kali ya. Kali. Nggak ada ya. Oke. Aduh, terang gue ke seberang bukan ke situ. Navia mantap. Halo Bung Sirup, halo. Thank you udah mampir MASKU. Thank you. Mana Bung? Apa namanya? Kastarel gimana Bung? Kabar gimana Bung? Kastarel, Bung Siro. Kastarel gue kurang apa ya? Oh iya gue mau nge-push itu lagi apa? Gue mau nge-push Simulate Universe ya. Gue baru satu kali run. Gue lupa ding. Gue mau apa? Simulate Universe gue lupa. Gue baru satu run lagi sih kalau mau full ngumpulin itunya apa? Full ngumpulin apa tuh? Primonya. Ya semoga sih lapor One May gue bisa dapetin sih. Gue pengen sih One May. Aduh, One May, ngejar One May nih Bung, ngejar One May. Ngejar One May nyimpen baru ngejar Black Swan atau itu ntar ya gue nggak tahu sih. Apabila lagi red on buat blade. Oh, oke, siap. Gue juga lagi red on buat One May. Gue lagi red on juga sama. tapi kayaknya gue gacha Ruan Mei apa namanya mungkin agak pas lagi terakhir nih. Nanti gimana gue nggak tahu. Apalagi ini apa? Primo lagi agak seret soalnya sih. Primo apa lagi agak seret. Nggak terlalu seret sih. Gue udah berapa kali gacha gue lupa deh. Gue kisaran butuh 30 lagi sih. Apa namanya buat apa? Buat gacha Ruan Mei gue butuh 30 lagi. Gue baru kekumpul 20 apa Ruan Mei jelek bang. Jeleknya gimana Bung Shiro? Apa pendapatnya gimana menurut apa Bung Shiro? Apa Ruan Mei pendapatnya gimana coba? Gue pengen tahu aja pendapatnya. Agak kurang guna. Oke, kurang gunanya kayak gimana tuh? Kurang gunanya apa mungkin apa namanya nungguin untuk apa tuh namanya demi nungguin untuk itu aja apa nungguin dokter rasio gratis aja, nunggu apa bisa dapetin dokter rasio gratis kali gitu ya, atau gue simpen kali buat Black Swan kali ya, gue simpen Black Swan atau ngapa itu apa buat Raiden Mei kali ya. Bisa aja sih gue simpen sih, bisa aja. Jarang karakter main break itu maksudnya break efek kan ya, break efek kan ya. Break efek kan maksudnya kan itunya apa namanya untuk karakternya kan dia kan harmoni kan ya, kan itu harmoni. Oh nggak bisa lewat ya. Kan itunya kan harmoni ya, harmoni atau reduction ya. Oh harmoni deh, harmoni itunya harmoni masa sih nggak apa nggak tahu sih. Sejauh ini gameplay lebih baik main one shot damage atau DOT Kafka. Tapi dibandingkan itu sih sebenarnya dibandingkan Ruan Mei sebenarnya sih, tapi gue nggak tahu sih efeknya buat apa sebenarnya cocok ke siapa, gue belum tahu. Tapi gue lebih berharap ngeluarin buat ini keluarin hero karakter ngeheal lagi sih buat gue sih. Gue lebih nyari karakter healer lagi sekarang. Gue lebih nyari karakter healer dan juga gue kalau healer gue skip berapa kali sih ini karakter healer. Gue lagi skip beberapa karakter healer, gue lagi masih coba nyari karakter healer sih. Sama karakter support juga, gue juga masih butuh banyak karakter support. Tapi bintang 4-nya udah mulai build sih. Tinggal lengkapin karakter aja. Kamu lengkapin karakter bikin karakter. Dari kesimpulan untuk Ruan Mei itu cuma memperpanjang weakness break dan meningkatkan damage weakness break aja sih. Mungkin itu kalau buat mungkin kalau akunnya sudah bagus sih nggak apa-apa sih. Benernya cuma ketolong waifu doang. Karakter yang baru kan ada kan keluar kan ya? Karakter bintang 4 yang baru ya? Apa tuh yang distraction? Gue lupa nama siapa. Masa karakter yang distraction keluar juga kan ya, yang baru kan ya?
Who's our target this time?
Yang di Ruan Mei atau itu ya? Di Ruan Mei atau di bannernya itu ya, bannernya filmnya si ini apa ya, si dokter Rasio ya.
Easy money.
Ya apa itu yang baru yang distraction itunya elemennya gue lupa deh. Aduh apa elemennya gue lupa deh. Shueni ya apa Shueyi ya. Itu keluar pas kapan ya keluarnya ya? Apa namanya untuk sekarang ini? Gue lupa, gue belum nonton streamingnya sih. Mana lebih bagus Shueyi saya rasa. Oh, mungkin lebih worth it, mungkin coba Shueyi ya. Tapi Shueyi pas dokter pas Wanme atau dokter Asio ya. Kayaknya pas barengan sama itu dia apa kayak pas barengan sama itu ya, pas sama aduh. Ruanmei kali ya keluarnya ya masalah ya. Kalau nggak salah sih dengarnya sih keluarnya bareng sama Ruanmei. Itunya apa namanya si Shueyi-nya itu kayaknya sih gue juga lupa. Shueyi bareng sama Ruanmei. Oh berarti ya gue coba komplit. Soalnya kayaknya gue lebih nyari karakter yang lebih damage sih. Tapi gue bingung nih apa enakan gacha apa? Gue enakan gacha ini apa gacha di bannernya Ruanmei atau banner Blade ya? Gue bingung sih. Blade juga kalau Blade bisa dapetin juga sih. Soalnya kan apa rate gue udah on sih. Gue tinggal apa nyari-nyari lagi sih. Gue bingung apa mau kuasa lagi tuh kan ada option Blade sama Blade apa Ruanmei sama Blade kan ya. Gue nggak tahu nih apa. Gue enakan gacha Blade atau Swindy ya. Soalnya Blade kayaknya udah di nerf kayaknya sih Blade itu. Blade kayaknya udah di nerf itunya. Sama Blade kan bagusnya kan sama Lucha kan. Gue Lucha belum ada sih sayangnya. Gue Lucha belum ada. Bikin sih dapetin apa Lucha tapi masih lama banget kan masih banner berikutnya lagi untuk bisa dapetin Lucha. Tapi kalau mau gacha Ruanmei silakan tidak masalah. Iya sih emang. Mungkin antara option gue mau berhemat atau enggak sih. Tapi cuma kesimpulan pribadi gue aja tentang Ruanmei. Tenang Bung, tenang. gue juga nunggu ini siapa namanya nunggu review sih. Dari guanya juga nunggu review apa si Ruanmei gimana ntar itunya. Gue nunggu review dulu, nggak langsung gas gacha. Soalnya kalau gue gas gacha juga kalau misalnya Rabu besok gue langsung gas gacha, gue juga nggak bakal dapet sih, karena kurang. Namanya untuk primo gue kurang, jadi gue nahan dulu. Ya sekalian mungkin kalau sudah muncul reviewnya ya baru itu sih. Blade sama Lynx juga OP. Skill Lynx bisa buff HP Blade jadi Blade nambah damage. Nah untuk Lynxnya itu gue belum punya. Untuk Lynx itu gue belum punya. Makanya di patch yang ini patch si Argenti gue mau dapetin Lynx. Pas bareng sama hanya ini kan. Wah gue nggak dapet Lynx. Sumpah gue nggak dapet Lynx sama sekali. Kalau gue pengen Lynx tapi gue nggak dapet Lynxnya. Lynx gue nggak dapet, gue nggak tahu kenapa susah banget kayaknya dapetin karakter. Masalah gue ada gacha berapa banner gue lupa deh. Gue ada gacha berapa banner gue nggak dapet ini apa Lynx. Gue paling gue pengen banget Lynx gue pengen banget tapi entah kenapa gue paling Zom dibilang Zom juga nggak pernah dapat tuh Lynx. Nanti bang Lynx gratis dari nanti. Oh ya, oke. Mantap, kalau Lynx benar gratis gue ada. Nah, Lynx gue butuh soalnya nih Lynx nih. Phantom sama healer juga nih, gue juga butuh. Mau gua komboin sama itu juga sama si Jing Liu sama Lynx itu jadi meta sih itu kan sih. links jadi meta untuk sekarang ini, makanya gak cukup ngincer, plus nambah karakter yang bisa dipakai buat nge-heal juga, butuh soalnya emang. Ya gratis ya, gue lupa hero apa aja yang dapat gratis. Gue belum nonton streamingnya, besok kali deh. Links
Take it.
Sway links, kalau selalu bisa dapat sway links lumayan sih dapetinnya. Karakter lumayan nambah, hitung-hitungan sih. Kan sekarang kan di Genshin, di Honkai kan udah ada itu juga kan, udah ada kayak ini juga kayak spiral bis juga kan. Gue mau nge-push tuh, tapi kayaknya kemampuan ini juga belum dapat kemampuannya. Entar emoji aja gue tim Jingliu links bronya Pela gue udah ada bronya, udah Pela belum terlalu jadi sih. Bronya udah, gue tinggal nyari links aja sih. Gue tinggal nyari links biar gamesnya gitu sih. Links itu sih intinya, linksnya dulu sih dapetin.
Splendid. More interesting
Kurang
trinkets for me.
kalau nggak ada karakter healer.
Shower you with praise.
Itu links healer sih. Gue waktu itu juga mau dapetin links tapi juga gagal juga. Agak kecewa sih itu. Gua aturan bisa dapetin links tapi gua gagal. Dan enggak waktu itu gue pas links keluarkan sebelum Jingliu kan ya. Napas apa tuh, gue nyimpen tuh buat Jingliu tuh, nyimpen buat Jingliu, sayangnya ya gue nggak dapet. Bukan nggak dapet ya, Jingliu nya sih dapet, nge-save nya aja gue yang nggak itu. Nge-save intinya sih, nge-save ringnya sih.
What a pleasant surprise. Truly an extra slice of joy.
Ya nggak usah itu ya, syukur lah. Berarti ya gue bisa nge-save itu. Aduh, Black Swan kayaknya cukup menarik juga tuh, apa tuh? Bung ya Black Swan. Black Swan cukup menarik tuh, gue juga jadi pingin juga Black Swan. Enggak normal semua lagi. Arjun mirip Raiden. Ya memang Arjun kan memang diituin jadi Raiden. Arjun mau jadi Raiden. Kan bronya kan sudah Silly sudah, ya tinggal itu aja siapa, tinggal si itu aja si Raiden Mei sama ini Raiden Mei sama si Kiana nih yang belum nih. Kiana tapi belum ada desas-desus juga sih si Kiana itu. Kiana belum ada desas-desusnya. Tapi dia nunggu Raiden aja dulu deh. Raiden di 2.1 kan ya rumor-rumornya ya. Masalah setelah Black Swan ya. Black Swan gua agak tertarik tuh, tapi waduh mepet bener ya kayaknya itu dapetinnya, mepet. Bisa sih kalau misalnya emang kalau guanya gua nggak nyentuh sama sekali sih itu si Ruan Mei. Bisa sih gue dapetin Black Swan, tapi aduh si Archeon ini yang gue nggak tahu. Ntar gue agak lupa Starel rilis date-nya kapan ya? Belum ada info rilis Archeon 2.1 kayaknya sih dari Acheron ya. Acheron kalau nggak salah kan dari leaker sih, dari leaker katanya sih di 2.1 setelah Black Swan. Antara 2.1 atau enggak 2.2 itu sih yang gue tahu. Bentar, kalau dari Honkai Star Rail tanggal rilis kan 26 April ya. 26 April berarti kita dapetnya Archeon antara di bulan Juni ya? Juni atau Juli ya? April, Mei, Juni. Kayak Juni deh. Feeling gue di pertengahan tahun berarti itunya bisa dapat Archeon. Acheron berarti kemungkinan di pertengahan Juni. Pertengahan atau di awal sih. Soalnya kan April 26 itu kan ganti, kan udah mulai masuk patch baru ya. Patch 2.0 kan. Patch 2.0. Patch 2.0 berarti kan udah mulai masuk itu tuh, mulai masuk map baru. Map baru. Lalu mulai bermunculan Black Swan. Ini udah deh. Black Swan. Black Swan Destruction. Acheron The Hunt. Elemennya lightning, jelas-jelas itu. Elemennya lightning. Black Swan Destruction. Destruction atau apa ya, gue lupa deh. Elemennya atau wind. Tapi kok nggak berbeda dengan warna baju ya? Warna baju menjelaskan kan dia itu lightning tapi wind. Ya nggak apa-apa sih. Unik aja sih.
Shine down. Time to shine.
Wah, mantap.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Archer.
But a momentary distraction.
Kayaknya di hari ini banyak karakter gue yang mati. Iya. Banyak karakter mati. Mantap, gila. Mantap juga sih. Asal itu namanya. Oke. Apa sih? Oh, ini dia 23. Oke. Baru nyari kubah lagi ya. Sebelum nyari kubah gue ingin gue healer dulu. Oh. Ya boleh ngil dulu deh. Ini mesti bawah yang mesti dihajar. Artefak Genshin yang baru nggak ada yang terlalu wow sih, entah kenapa. Itu main Genshin artefaknya nggak ada yang bagus. Ini artefak yang keluar kayaknya obvious banget itu namanya artefak Genshin yang keluar untuk sekarang ini. Variasinya kayak nggak ada gitu loh variasinya. Maksudnya kayak bisa gonta-ganti gitu. Kurang lah, ini kurang itunya agak kurang. Banyak sebenarnya artefaknya banyak tapi kayak yang dipakai ya itu aja sebenarnya. Pakai itu aja nggak ada.
There is no escape. The show begins.
Kayak dari baru yang seenggaknya bisa nge-backup, bisa naikin kemampuan karakter lama gitu. hit. Big hit.
Torn to oblivion.
Oh,
Let the world collide. Strike a pose.
wah harus ada pelindung dari Geo kali ya. Menahan. Oke. Sekarang bisa buat dodge ya. Nah, banyak nih.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Oh, kerjanya enak.
Time to shine. Don't look at me like this.
Shockwave-nya. Wih.
Illusion shattered. The mortal
Waduh,
plane.
mati ke rata. Wah, gue perlu kartu Geo kah? Pas juga sih. Punya, aduh, kira udah apa kartu kemampuan damage burst yang gede ya. Yang gue nggak punya, sayangnya.
There is no escape. Showing you praise.
Terus gue pakai kartu yang ada shieldnya ya. Agak mas sebenarnya sih. Kartu dia gue lemah banget ya berarti ya. Oh. Oke. Treasure banyak. Gue semakin main best DPS.
I see everything.
Here we go.
Shine down. Strike a pose. Everyone hop in.
Oh, di atas tadi bawah. Oke. Berarti gue ke panah dulu ya, partai setup. Mungkin kalau gue lawanan tadi pakai Navia, oke kali ya. Karakter Geo, wah nggak bagus banget timingnya.
Who's our target this time?
Loh, mau? Tak. Belum tembak ya? Oh, mungkin itu ya. Ah? Loh,
Take it easy.
nggak mau? Udah ke cancel kali ya? Udah cancel kayaknya deh. Itu main ke cancel.
Take it easy.
Oh, ternyata itu bisa diambil tuh. Oh, short looknya. Ah. Oh, di situ kali ya, masih nyimpen kali ya. Bentar, kan mana tapi. Aduh. Oh, mungkin ini itu apa namanya, was ngambil aja yang di bawah dulu gitu kali ya. Pick up, yap. Oke, activate. Sip. Ya, gue tinggal
I got
pindah
a
ke
new
bawah
letter
ya.
from the informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
Ambil yang ini berpindah ke bawah. Oke.
Easy money.
Apa ketinggalan di atas? Oh. Kembali ke asalnya dia rupanya.
Take it easy.
Oh, pakai melompat nggak bisa kah? Gue kirim ke bawah kali ya. Oh, dilompat nggak bisa ya karena kali ya. Oke, coba gue taruh deh. Oh, dia ada area tersendiri ya. Tak sekeliling, nggak ada kamera. Nah, cara gue mau aktifinnya ini, kalau misalnya gue nggak ada apa, nggak bisa dapetin sumber dari samping, apa dari atas. Aneh. Loh. Kalau sih gue bisa dapetin sumber dari samping. Aduh, nanti gimana jalannya nih ya? Mungkin dia gear bawah kali. Nah, coba putar lagi sekali lagi deh. Agak penasaran juga. Harus cepet kah? Nggak bisa lama ya, jadi gue naro terus gitu kali ya. Taruh bawah, taruh dikit-dikit, taruh gitu kali ya. Pindah ke bawah, taruh. Oh, nggak bisa ya, ada batasnya ya. Oke, berarti nyari jalan keluarnya nih gimana nih? Nah, sudah. Mendapatkan harta karena saya susah kayaknya. Ada musuh. Ini sih tembus ini nih. Apa ya? Malas lagi gitulah, apa? Dipersulit. Malas gua.
Take it easy.
Malas gak dipersulit. Malas. Nah ini tuh main air ya.
Shower me with praise.
Take it easy.
There is no escape.
Ini dia aja.
Great.
Duh.
Oversight.
Oke, kok nyawa gue berkurang?
Illusion shattered.
Bener-bener kayaknya Buset, karakter gue nyawanya banyak yang hilang nih kayaknya di hari Minggu nih. Atau Genshin lagi ngebuff diri sendiri ya. Jadi masa Genshin ngebuff diri sendiri sih? Ngomongin dong. Atau gue lagi apa saja kali ya. Karakternya kok lawannya kuat-kuat tuh buat. Ya, aman chest.
Here you go.
Kira lagi bagusan. Ini gue bener-bener kelilingin map ini. Aduh, nyari clue lagi. Di sini kuncinya. Nyari cara gitu masuk. Oke.
Here you are.
Apakah ada sesuatu cara untuk bisa masuk ke dalam? Dan mana tupai? Apa sih? Jatuh. Nggak ada. Mana cara gue biar bisa masuk ke situ? Pasti ada switch atau enggak apa itu di dekat sini. Dapetin ada switch aja satu, ceklek sudah selesai. Nggak ada apa gitu kah? Nah, ada. Susah. Oh ya, gue mau kalian story ya. Habis ini deh. Ini udah diambil ya. Primonya. Apa itu? Udah guide.
Here you go.
Ada kataran di bawah. Tapi ini apa itu jalan khusus sana kali ya? Waduh, ngedash jatuh. Oh iya, apa namanya, gameplaynya apa tuh, gameplaynya Cloud Retainer udah keluar ya, apa bocorannya kayak Xiao. Cloud Retainer kayak Xiao, dia tipenya plunging gitu tipenya. Plunging itu elemental skill juga plunging, lompat 2 kali baru plunging menarik sih, gameplay itu oke sih, menarik juga tuh karakter. Kira healer, damager juga sepertinya, atau enggak, bukan damager, support. Dia ngandalin itunya dari support gitu. Dia ngandalin itunya dari support, dari sebagai support ya menarik sih. Tapi kayak masih nyimpan aja juga pak. Arlecchino masih nyimpan buat Arlecchino, apalagi save yang bakal cukup lama nih untuk Arlecchino. Arlecchino juga keluar masih lama, tapi gue udah nge-save dari sekarang. Yang apa sih, nge-save dari sekarang. Biar itu juga bisa dapetin weapon. Weapon Arlecchino. 3 patch lagi ya. Navia, habis itu Cloud Retainer, lalu si Chiori keluar. Chiori baru itu keluar. Opas lah. Chiori baru si Arlecchino keluar. Berarti kan kalau nggak salah selesainya event yang ini itu kan di bulan Februari ya. Misalkan 40 itu ya, 40 hari kan, 40 hari berarti Navia banner baru seminggu berarti nanti di kapan berarti ya, dihitung ya. Kalau lihat dari schedule dari tanggal nih 1 2 3 Februari ganti itu ya. Februari baru ganti banner. Februari ganti banner. Februari ganti banner si itu keluar, Cloud Retainer keluar. Maret pertengahan, Maret awal minggu kedua baru ganti Chiori. Bulan Mei ya. Bulan Mei berarti. Mei April ya? Februari, Maret, masuk ke Maret, April, Mei berarti bener Mei atau enggak Juni baru Arlecchino keluar. Masih lama banget. Apa sih siapa sih? Arlecchino keluar ya, masih lama sih, tapi ya oke sih. Kenapa salah sih? Gas aja. Lama gas aja. Cornelia. Fonten apa? Di bulan Mei keluar lama. Primo. Primo gue bisa nge-save seberapa banyak tuh ya Primo ya? Save sampai selama itu 5 bulan. Masa sih gue bisa dapetin ini Arlecchino sama Cloren back to back. Harusnya sih. Tapi lihat dulu Arlecchino gue bisa dapetin gue lupa deh itunya weaponnya. Belum yakin
The scribe's work
Oke,
is simple.
mungkin
Which is exactly why I took the
sambil itu
position.
kali, merekam itu nggak ya gue coba. Nah, sebentar Mas Kia, gue mikir sedikit. Ya boleh deh. Ntar Mas Kia sambil ngerekam dia, ya apa? Video apa? Facecam yang gue matiin ya, nggak apa-apa. Bentar ya. Facecam matiin sambil ngerekam. Karena apa namanya gue butuh kayak seperti udah mulai butuh cari rekaman lagi, karena kayaknya di bulan Februari gue bakal pergi lama. Jadi kayak emang gue tuh stok video kali ya.
Huh? Lady Farina?
What's Lady Farina doing here?
Oke, sepertinya
Hello all. Allow
Apa
me to
namanya?
explain. As of today, Lady
kayak gue dapet
Miss
bocoran
Farina will be supporting our production
kalau
of the
nanti
Little
banner
Ocean
4
in the
itu
role of artistic consultant.
apa namanya
These two over here
retainer
are the
barengan
ones
sama
that make
Xiao
it
berarti ya.
possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Farina on our
Retainer
behalf.
barengan sama Xiao.
I'm sure they need no introduction.
4 itu fase
You
1.
bet. That was the trial
Fase
of the century.
keduanya itu
You
si
helped
siapa
bring
namanya
our director's murderer to
ini?
justice. We
Nahida
can't thank you
sama
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
sama Yaimiko.
So
di empat
you
tempat
were
ya.
saying the Little Oceanid?
Yeah,
Yaimiko
that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script
Cloud
left behind by
Retainer
our director.
Xiao fase
One of
1,
our greatest regrets is
fase
that she never got to
kedua
complete it.
Nahida
So, if we can bring it to
dan
the stage and make it a
Yaimiko.
successful show,
Oke
we
sih.
can all take some solace in that.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then
Oke.
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front trying to realize this dream. Anyway,
Menarik.
let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about. The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form.
Oh, di
despite the
empat tempat
protests
kita
of her
bakal dapat
family.
skin gratis
She
ya.
longed to live
Oke sih.
just like any other human.
Skin
And sure
gratis
enough,
dan karakter
she
bintang
found
4 baru
friendship
gratis.
and
Ya
even
boleh.
love. Everything seemed
Dan
perfect.
kita akan mendapatkan
But one day,
bagian
her true identity
bagian
was
dari
exposed,
penghubung
and her world came crashing
konten
down
ke
around her.
Liyue.
So
Kita akan
far,
dapat apa
so
namanya
good.
kayak
A classic
akan
tale.
dibuka map baru ya berarti
What
ya.
happened after that?
Yaitu penghubung
That's
antara
one of the
konten
issues
dengan
we've been
Liyue.
trying to
Dan
deal
namanya
with.
adalah Chen Yu
Unfortunately,
Fail.
this was as far as the
Chen Yu
director got
Fail
with
itu
her script.
penghubung dari
We need a
itunya
proper
apa
ending so we
dari
can bring this musical to the stage.
apa dari
But
itunya
people have different opinions
dari,
on which direction to take it in.
fonten
We
ke
still haven't decided between a
Liyue
happy
dan
ending
akan mendapatkan
or a
satu
true to
bos
life tragedy.
baru. Mungkin untuk dapetin
By
mungkin untuk
true to
Cloud Retainer
life,
bosnya.
You mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah.
Oke, menarik. Boleh.
Like they say, truth is stranger
Main map
than
baru.
fiction.
Main map baru
But
lah.
then there's the question of whether we
Berarti
really
saya
want to
bakal
use the
nambah seberapa
stage
lagi
to
nih ya?
pass our raw
Gua
pain
segera
onto the
ngekosongin ini.
audience.
Harus segera
Exactly.
ngekosongin
A lot of
space.
the time,
Susah
people
nih.
come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in
Segera
this,
nyiapin itu
not
lagi.
just our own.
Space baru.
And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from two of our main actors. The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script.
Chiori.
But the deadline's
Geo ya?
passed, and we still haven't
Oh,
heard
Chiori
from
Geo
him.
deh. Itu
The
apa?
other is Vilmont, who plays the main antagonist.
Pyro.
He took the
Chiori
director's death pretty hard.
Chiori
Hasn't set foot
Chiori
in the city
Geo.
since. He did write
Pakai
to us,
weaponnya apa ya?
promising that
Katalis
he'll
kah?
be there for the final
Mungkin
performance,
katalis.
but we haven't seen or heard from him
Asalkan
since.
jangan spear lagi sih.
So we're not
Spear
really
gua
sure
masukin.
what to make of that.
Huh. Although, now that we have Miss Farina helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh, stop.
Okay,
You're making me all flustered. Although, not in a bad way. I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing. But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
Makes sense.
So,
Okay.
was Furina
Priority number one, let's check in with Paulo and see where he's at with the ending. He went back to Poisson a few days ago. Said that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of isolation.
Yeah.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago. But I guess it's the opposite. A friend in need and all that.
Yeah, maybe he could use some company.
Poisson.
Company.
Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show.
Okay.
So, allons-y. To Poisson!
Poison. Poison berarti Spina di Rosula kali ya. Spina di Rosula. Genshin. Oke. Ciori cukup menarik sih. Atau gue gacha new fillet ya? Gue bingung sih.
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Semoga new fillet rerun lebih cepat.
Who is it?
It's me. Is the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
All right. Forget that for now. Just come on out. We've got some great news.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Okay then. Looking forward to your masterpiece.
So, as expected, he's missed the deadline.
The ending is one of the most important parts of the show. Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
Someone told me they'd just seen you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but sure enough, here you are. And Farina, too.
I was wondering if we might run into her.
So, you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime. I've made all the arrangements already.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll
Miss
take that
Navia.
stroll. Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
Navia.
How are things in Poisson now? Any better?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may never recover
Slow
from the trauma they
process.
experienced.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish there was something I could do.
Please, must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet? We all have painful memories, but we don't have to let them cloud everything we do. And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Thank you for your words of comfort. You make a very good point. But for now, at least, I think I should stay with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
It's okay. These things take time. Moving on from a painful experience is easier said than done.
Besok baru tanggal
Brings me
25.
to why I'm here.
Bentar lagi
thought you
akhir
should
tahun
probably know that
dan
not
pergantian
everyone
tahun
here is ready
ke
to
tahun
forgive
baru
and forget
2024.
after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe. To avoid
Cepat
upsetting the
tahun ini
peace,
kayaknya rasanya.
I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the
Sudah
theater
mau ganti
troupe,
aja.
and that you are just an actress
Cepat
playing the role
sih.
of Farina. It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
Terasa cepat, terasa cepat.
I love you, Navia.
Well, what do you expect? I am the courageous and considerate president of Spina di Rosula, after all, like my father before me. Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
Oke.
Off we go then. Let's take a look up there. I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with, so maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have.
Oke. Lanjut.
I'm so grateful that Miss Navia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easiest to just run away from your problems. But that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
Poison.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here. Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As I was saying before, I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me.
Betrayal.
Which, of course, I completely understand and accept. Yeah, I can tell people are watching me. I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes. I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
What do you mean by that? You expected me to just keep running and hiding from my responsibility forever?
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Crowd.
Probably time we made a move. How about we check out Spina di Rosula ship?
Spina di
We should
Rosula
have
ship.
a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
Wih, jeblos. Ya gua tarik garis tipis banget itu.
There are still so many places.
WA masuk.
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll. And here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet. I don't know whether you can tell, but the years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be. As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind. One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant. They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true. But then the floodwaters finally came, and the Hydro Archon did nothing.
You shouldn't look at it like that. You were only doing your duty.
A duty.
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on,
Duty.
it got harder and harder to bear, and I became more lonely and isolated. Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves. Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom. But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed. I have no further use to people.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
Reward?
Reward.
I guess so. Back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing the secret I swore to protect. Believe in the Farina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. No one could be allowed to know. That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same. I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hands. Alright, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
Sure. Okay, let's head back and check it out.
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food. Anyway, my character doesn't need to be slim and good-looking. That's your job.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours. I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again. We're back! Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
Ah, you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Great! So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
The boar. Sorry.
Sorry.
The boar is not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
Oceanid.
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines too, like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little Oceanid. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy. She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing. It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
You mentioned earlier that the troupe is like your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore. I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines. But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time. It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her.
Said yes.
I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up. I know it was all a huge burden on her.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, my parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage. The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it. One day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I lost all faith in humanity by that point. Thought the whole world was out.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
Yeah. For the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe. And I promised myself I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
The day you hoped would never come. How times change.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new artistic consultant, Miss Farina.
Farina? The Farina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved to hear about your troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
Same here.
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script. I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human, against the wishes of her family. She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, disaster strikes. The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing. The soil is becoming arid, plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it, and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Tertampar.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis. Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back.
Oh,
However,
dang.
unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret. The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away, and faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end,
Should be
she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover, and the rest of humanity.
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Should be the pearl.
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
There's actually something else that bothers me.
Should be the pearl.
You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible. What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her, her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction?
Headshot ya.
That sounds like too cruel of an ending to me, and perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death, both arbitrary and meaningless. On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. I waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
The director was the kindest soul in the world, yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah.
Bergerak.
He's been overwhelmed by grief.
Overwhelmed by grief.
I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
Grief? Guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me. Because, well,
True to
speaking
life.
of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with Aureli.
What? You kept that one quiet.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel.
Paulo.
I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away. She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she never considered us as potential romantic partners. Not that it came as a
Romantic
shock or
partner.
anything. It was what I was
Belum ada
expecting to hear.
romantic partner ya.
So I told her I'd always be there for the troop,
Ya semoga
and I'd
bisa
always
dapat
be
lah.
there for her. I
Suatu
said,
saat nanti.
maybe one day in the
romantic
future,
partner.
when everyone's settled into their own
Semoga
lives
bisa
and
dapetin
on the up and
satu.
up, and managing the troop no longer
Semoga.
required her constant attention, well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really
Ingin sih
wanted
punya.
in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Hard time.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by Aureli. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Villemont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Vilmo.
Are you ready to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
I certainly do. Come on, everyone. Allons-y.
Hello, see. Oke. Cukup jauh ya mentalnya.
This is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
As if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour.
Traveler here.
Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Farina in a fight before.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her powers so it could be converted into Indemnitium. Miss Farina said so herself.
Precisely! And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a
Damsel in distress
damsel
more than
in
anything.
distress more than anything.
Yeah.
That sounded so smug.
Smart.
Secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
It's the
C'est
feel.
la vie indeed. Alas, I am forced to watch on helplessly as a more brave and seasoned adventurer than I swoops in to save the day.
Aw, too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on
Fight
fight mode
mode
Farina.
Sorry to leave all the heavy lifting to you.
Heavy lifting.
Don't worry, piece of cake.
Shine down!
Oh, dia naik ke atas ya.
On to oblivion!
Here you are. Scatter.
I see everything.
Illusion shattered!
Strike a pose! Let lightning echo in song!
Mati lagi karakter gitu.
Bravo! Good show! You certainly live up to your reputation.
Udah kah?
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
Ntar nihil dulu. Ada ya momen Genshin yang dimana damage-nya jadi nggak ketolong gitu. Secara game gue lagi rugi banget ini. Mana karakter gue yang mati. Set. Shabila Bird. Okay.
Vilma, are you there?
Huh? Oh, it's you guys.
What's Lady Farina doing here?
I can explain. We've been rounding up the whole troupe. We now have everyone except you.
So, you think knowing the truth about the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone? I care just as much as everyone else about making the Little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the show. If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us. We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
Viamont, avoiding the truth will not help anyone. Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, Viamont. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone. But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show. The Little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. Of course, that was nowhere near enough. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire. So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances. It seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director. It was only when the merchant came. The drink in question was synth.
Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well. But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that the troupe could not agree to this collaboration. The merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages. The amount was astronomical. There was no way we'd be able to pay. I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe and it wasn't my fault. But things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything. Yeah, I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us? What do you mean? You were afraid? This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her. How could you be so stupid?
Stupid, Yoi. Stupid.
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Stupid.
Yeah,
I love
listen to
it.
him.
Stupid.
You need to stay calm.
Stay calm? How
Lebih
can you
mudah
stay
menertawakan
calm?
orang bodoh
This
dibandingkan
guy got
menjudge
Aurelie
orang
murdered.
bodoh.
She was the love of my life. And he has the gall to try and high road us, claiming that he kept his
Karena
mouth
kalau
shut for the sake of the
menertawakan orang
show.
bodoh itu adalah sesuatu
How
yang memang
about taking
obvious,
some responsibility for what he's done?
bukan sesuatu
All
yang
I can
aneh.
say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but that won't bring back the director. What good is my apology now? I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve. in my life. So I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Get out of my sight. Go, get lost. I don't ever want to see your face again.
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you! Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
Excuse.
You're right.
I'm sorry.
Excuse.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're
Focal
all
point,
used to seeing
attention.
the director as the heart of the troupe.
Heart of the
But
truth.
in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. To shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's
Exciting.
how you should remember her. And that's what you should be celebrating. I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the
Fracture.
group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director O'Reilly and the home she
O'Reilly.
built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that for a moment
Back
there,
with us again.
it felt like our director was back with us again. If she'd seen Paulo and Vilmont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that
Turn
same
off
stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She
Outstanding
really
person.
was a truly outstanding person.
What you said, it
Everything into
really
perspective.
puts everything into perspective.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but
Pity.
I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right. Let's save all this for after the performance.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray. The end of the story needs to focus back on O'Reilly herself. She's the true star of the show.
What do you mean?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims. If you could find anything that O'Reilly left behind, perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
You really think that's possible?
Possible,
I
possible.
trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on O'Reilly's true feelings.
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.
Oke. Kita masuk ya. Sebentar. Strike kan juga ya. Backpack, Sinanju body, pistol. Cool.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to
lanjut.
appreciate how beautiful it is.
Banyak yang saya ketahui dulu. Cover to cover. Cover to cover ya.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now. Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place,
Evidence.
you don't actually have to submit an application. Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
Meluzin ya.
So, this is all O'Reilly left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too! Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Let me take a look. Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped. Aha! I found something. To whoever discovers this diary.
Let's see.
Let's see. Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even
Captor's
mentions the
actions.
truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women. If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vacher's guilt.
Vacher took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many
Vacher.
victims he had.
I guess O'Reilly must have written all of this down in the hope that her records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off.
Cuts off.
Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are,
I'll let you read
I'll
them
let
for
you read
yourself.
them for yourselves.
She was so
Let the game
terrified.
carry you.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been. Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
The Little Oceanid.
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. Even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troop would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love. And she truly deserved it. Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
Tuh, baterai udah mau sekarat ya. Oke. Kalau itu mumpung di sini sih, apa namanya? Tukar itu dulu deh. 143. Oke sih, aman-aman. Biar besok masih bisa di-push lagi. Apa namanya? Buat itu apa, grinding. Oke, lalu ini terus lagi sih.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance to make this a show worthy of our director. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director Aurelie and her.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions, love, hate, regret, and hope, just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Farina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal. During the curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in for her. Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe. Alright, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
Oh, whoa, wait, what?
No. That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine?
No, that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you?
Tutup lagi.
I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too. Come on. We'll need to get the go-ahead from Nervilette. I know just where to find him.
You feel it. You feel it, like always. Mantap, lagi. Jam 4 pagi. Kuat. Jam 4 pagi kuat sih. Nanti gua makan. Tidur bentar. Gitu jalan. You feel it.
Hey, look at that. Looks like I guessed right.
You were just
Just guessing. Ah.
I knew you'd be here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Faria. And you too, Traveler in Paimon. What might I assist you with today?
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
I understand. The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult. The story of the Little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage.
Asik.
I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
Huh? What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes. And this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... well, here we are. In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom, but I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life. Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist Cleo are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again. No exceptions. Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Thanks, Nergalette.
You are very welcome.
Asik. Tampan. Gila. Woo. Prada epic place.
Good news, everyone. It's done. The opera epiclese is booked. Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Neuvillette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance. We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast. Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
This is truly wonderful.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiamma and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Yep.
Look at us. We've come so far. I never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing! Even though Farina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up!
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
Dimarahin ya. Yap. Oh, rambutnya ganti warna.
Cursed Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, O little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
Asik.
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time.
Seni ya.
Only.
Lebih ke arah seni.
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage!
Why does it have to be now?
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now. Oh no, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
You... This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
Miss Farina?
Yeah,
I'd like to
Farina
make a
maju
request
berarti.
of you.
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale. From the sublime to the ridiculous.
Full circle.
After all that. everything's come full circle.
Thank you, Miss Farina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Never mind. What's done is done. It's really my own fault for getting in too deep. No one likes regrets, myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's part by heart.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Cerita untuk Farina banget
Well
berarti ini ya.
I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
Kalau dia ganti formnya menarik sih. Remang-remang itunya ya, apa? Remang-remang cahaya saat dari lampu ya.
Is she here yet?
Must she get here?
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau?
Masuk yang ini ya.
Donneras-tu aux jamais? L'eau dans son courant fait danser nos vies, et la cité elle est nourrie, ainsi que toi.
Bagus ya.
But what about your wish?
Wish.
Wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Le grand amour ne suffit pas.
If only it's your love were enough.
Dieu fleurira. C'est notre histoire de vie, douce et à la fois. Je suis
Asik.
jour-là, à voir le monde et s'envoler. Et ça ne changera jamais, jamais.
Kalau ada artnya bagus kali ya. Apa bukan apa anime tapi dibikin art kayak gini oke sih. Kalau ini Philip di mana tuh ya? Nggak kelihatan ya.
Is it just me? Who was that lady Farina on the stage just now?
She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere? Gotta say though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
Superb,
The
superb.
little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
I don't know, maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me. It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice. Still, I have to admit that, despite everything, it felt good to be back on the stage again.
Feel good.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Farina.
Dia nyebut.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on.
Oh, so it was Farina after all. She's back.
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
All right, calm down. Don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged. After all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Yes, I know the rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
Oh, that. I've got no idea what happened there either.
Kekuatan
But
aslinya.
hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it? I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went. If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
A bit extra. Semoga skip bisa nggak ya? Bisa ding. Biar gua nggak perlu lama-lama. Oh iya, gue belum ngejain quest buat konten ya, harus ini deh.
Ah, you're back. She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication. From experience, though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
Dulpi.
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic! Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Farina was on the stage! You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning!
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
Don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition. Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Well, one way or another, we did it. I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life. I'm just happy to know that we went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
You
Argue.
two clearly care a lot about each other.
Huh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
Ya. Bisa jadi pasangan yang menarik
So,
mungkin.
any plans for the next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to. You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the little Oceanate to the bigger theater troupes out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
No, we should still disband.
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
After all this happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Hey, don't just walk off!
Ya, gitulah.
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Farina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
Musicals.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well.
Cure.
What about you, Miss Farina? Any future plans?
Future
Well,
plans.
frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate
Bahasa
there
yang
with your special
belum ngerti
thanks
juga
at the
gua.
end of the show.
Acquiesce.
Sorry.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I previously imagined. Maybe Nervilette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me.
Cleo.
I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all. Yeah. There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people. And how they touch the lives of others around them. I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
And I'll invite you to join me. Adventure.
Then it's a deal.
The Traveler.
If a vision is a gift from the
Pengembara.
gods, then I should do my best to honor it.
Oke, questnya selesai. Bagus. Mantap. Stop recording. Oke. Oke, kalau gitu ngerjain quest Fontaine sebentar deh. Soalnya gue masih mau ngincer beberapa lagi yang bisa dikerjakan. Sudah masuk setengah 11 ya. Oke. Udah malam, anak-anak orang udah pada tidur kali ya. Jadi udah nggak pada nonton Genshin atau nggak mungkin nikmatin Natalan kali ya. Lumayan sih gue dapat waktu libur 2 hari sampai hari Selasa, baru hari Jumat lagi, baru hari itunya beraktivitas lagi hari Rabu. Hari Rabu beraktivitas kembali seperti biasa. Tidak ada libur ataupun cuti di hari itu. Berjalan. Ya kadang-kadang gitulah, pengennya sih liburan tapi kayaknya nggak bisa.
Illusion shattered.
Oke, selesai. Minum outside kayaknya enak. Oke, pyro. Gue lupa mau ituin Gundam, ntar deh, besok aja kayaknya.
I see everything.
There is no escape.
Shower me with praise. Let the world collide.
The plan's changed. A process of elimination.
Oke, good, cepat dan presisi. Pyro damage juga, kartu pyro damage juga nggak terlalu itu sih, banyak. Mungkin nanti di Natlan baru banyak kartu pyro. Masa masih nunggu Natlan.
Illusion shattered.
Oh, brilliant.
Shine down.
Hey! Share my knowledge.
Time to shine.
Now you shall perish.
91. Kalau stack ada kumpul ya enak ya. Oke, itu udah. Kembali ke itu dulu untuk mengklaim, baru ngejain quest sisaan ya. 300. Oke, mantap. Oh, 500. Oke sih. 7 baru dapet ini ya. Masih gue dapet ini Hydro Resonance Stone dan Hydro Treasure Compass. Hydro dulu sih intinya, biar gue nyarinya nggak puyeng. Kayaknya aku juga mulai farming di Sumeru lagi deh. Soalnya Sumeru itunya belum kelar-kelar. Aduh, Sumeru agak puyeng juga sih ngejarnya. kejar di fountain. Oke, nih ada snipernya. Gue lupa mana. Oke.
I see everything.
Illusion shattered.
Oke, udah. Geser ke bawah lagi. Memberikan garam. Padahal dia melaut tapi dia masih butuh garam. Hebat juga ya. White iron chunks. Oke, in the middle. Tempat tele in the middle apa ya? Bukan. Gue ke tengah dulu deh. Gue tinggal kelarin gue sebaju sama itu dulu sih itu ya. Gue kelarin questnya Baizu deh berikutnya. Kelarin questnya Baizu, kelarin itunya si apa namanya si Navia, baru ngerjain quest event. Ya, request sebenarnya masih banyak bisa gue kerjain sih dari ini. Tapi gue nggak tahu apakah gue mau beli battle pass lagi atau tidak sih. Soalnya gue masih mikir juga untuk sekarang. Oke masku, sepertinya untuk live stream kali ini kayaknya cukup sampai sini aja dulu deh ya. Sudah agak malam dan kayaknya gue sudah waktu buat istirahat juga ya. Oke, terima kasih banyak penonton ya. Terima kasih banyak penonton. Jangan lupa like, comment, share, dan subscribe masuk ya. Sampai jumpa di live stream berikutnya ya. Thank you.